these guys are not having a good time in Japan and Korea. They are getting kicked out left and right. So this is Gagan TV. Gagan TV is in Korea. And he moved over. If you remember Gagan is this guy here who he was this guy in Sapporo who talked tough and who talked a lot of shit. He was like, yeah, these Japanese guys, they're beta males, man. They're beta males. I'm the alpha. I'm a tough guy. And then he proceeded to get his ass kicked and ran away and was pleading and crying for them to stop. Real Chad. He also wanted to do an interview with me, which I was considering before he ended up leaking my DMs and trying to like farm weird clout off of them, in which case I said, okay, yeah, we're not gonna do this, right? Because obviously you're not doing this for the right reasons, right? You're doing this for the wrong reasons. So I'm not going to be talking with you. Well, he's obviously here getting shoved out of a Korean bar. So he's getting the same treatment in Korea as Japan. So just watch up with this one.
Hey, chill. Calm down. Calm down. Chill out. What the?
And he's with his buddy Lord Hito, right? And they're getting booted out of a bar in Korea. They're clearly in Korea. I think they're in Hongdae. I don't think they're in Itaewon. I think they're in Hongdae.
Standing up on everyone. I don't know. Hey, help him out. Hey, yo, watch out, dog. Hey, watch out, bro. Hey, watch out.
So literally one Korean guy is manhandling all these dudes.
It don't matter. We're outside. We're outside, dog. We're outside, dog. Hey, fuck him up. Don't push. Hey, watch out, dog. Whoa. Hey, I don't put that shit, dog. I'll you up. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Of course, he's, once again, all these guys talking so tough, but then they run away, they walk away, right? This is like typical nuisance streamer behavior. But once again, they're getting that same treatment as they did in Japan of getting kicked out, of getting pushed away. And, we're kind of seeing the results here. So let's move on to Slightly Homeless. So I've talked about Slightly Homeless before. Once again, he's one of the allies of Johnny Somali. And he's kind of Johnny Somali's BFF. Well, because of that, he was traveling with the pack of Ice Poseidon. And apparently there are people interested in putting a bounty on this guy. So let's watch this video here. This is very interesting. So here we go. This is somebody, this is, a kick stream, and watch what they talk about here.
What is this shit?
Hey, Tonic.
Mystery Man.
Dude, you know how like the CX crew right now is in Korea and Busan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're talking about the CX crew, right? Which is the Ice Poseidon crew, the Suspendas, Slightly Homeless, all those guys, right? So they're talking about them right here.
Yeah.
So like a lot of my friends that did the Goblin Hunt for Johnny Somali last year, they told Ice Poseidon, if you hang out with this guy named Slightly Homeless.
Oh, slightly spineless.
And then I was like, I told my guys, like, hey guys, if you guys actually do like a goblin hunt towards this guy named Slightly Homeless, I'll add $1,000 more. And then they're like, okay. A lot of the guys, like Ice Poseidon, they don't want to stream with Homeless because he's friends with Johnny Somali. If you guys are ever in Korea and you want to make a lot of money right now, if you beat the shit out a streamer called Slightly Homeless, whatever, yeah, there's a bounty, and I put the bounty. Hey man, 1 million yen or 10 million won.
So once again, officially cannot condone violence or putting bounties on people, right? That's the against YouTube policies. However, you're going to see this is what's happening, right? This is me reporting on what is happening. People have factually placed a bounty on him. So that's a thing, right? That shows the level at which yes, we cannot condone violence here. I have to, expressly deny that, right? Obviously, violence is bad and it's illegal. You should leave it to the court system. However, people are doing it. They're at the point where they're fed up and they're doing it. And they're saying, you know what? We're offering bounties on people. And this was actually, so serious that Slightly Homeless is leaving Korea right now. He's actually going back to America. He had to run away from Japan. He's now running away from Korea tonight. I think it's his last night. He leaves tomorrow. So these guys have had to flee now because they're getting bounties on them, which is insane. I mean, and we predicted this on this channel. I said it before. They shouldn't have been in Japan and Korea in the first place. They knew this wasn't going to go well. And this is ending kind of as predicted. It's not ending well. This is not how they want it to be. And none of them are making it to the 100 days they wanted to be there. In fact, the whole team is likely to melt down very, very soon, especially given about some of what went down that I'm going to show you next, because next is the most legally serious, which, to be honest, for Kick, it's probably one of the worst things that you could fuck around with. It's deadly serious. So I'm going to present to you a certain individual by the name of Suspendas, right? You may not know this guy, but he's been hanging out with Ice Poseidon and with the crew, and he was perhaps the mentor, you could say the mentor of Johnny Somali. Now, I'll play some video. In the recent years, he has tried to distance himself from Johnny Somali, right? And a little background here. His name is Avram Maxwell Merlin, right? This is real. That's the real. Right? He goes by Suspendas, aka Sus. He started streaming in 2011, 2012. He was banned from Twitch in 2023, where he started Team FT, which is Team Fuck Twitch. And I hope I don't get demonetized for that, guys. Please smash a like button to make up for the demonetization, which included Johnny Somali. So when he formed this Team FT, that did include Johnny Somali himself, right? So he was arrested in Nepal for sexually propositioning an underage girl. Specifically, he propositioned her to get married. He's currently in Thailand, but he was just in a car with his business partner, Ice Poseidon, Paul Danino, who he has made money with for the past month. Actually, for the past 60 days, he's been making money with this guy's close business ties, same platform, and they just clearly violated Section 112 in Thailand. Now, this is a very serious law. It's so serious that I am very careful to cover it and respectful. And of course, I completely condone, meaning I completely go against everything they say, right? So what they said was disgusting, was wrong, but there was a rant by Paul Danino, who was extraordinarily disrespect. Condemn, not condone, condemn. I always do that, condemn. I completely condemn. I always fuck that up. I condemn what they say, completely, condemn, disavow, right? Go against, disavow, right? I disavow them strongly in what they said. I live here. Yeah, I always fucked it up. Condemn. They were extraordinary. They were in the car. And there were a lot of them here. And I actually don't know who was all in the car. I know Suspendas was there, and I know Ice Poseidon was there. So, these guys, ESL moment. Yeah, ESL moment. It's my ESL moment. My insanity moment. A disavow. The right word is disavow. So they essentially said things which are criminal in Thailand to the degree that they are clear criminal defamation. Now, this type of criminal defamation is amongst the strictest in the world. And every account of this is investigated very, very seriously. And Suspendas, right, was sitting in the car. So he was in the back seat of the car. And this is a person who spends the majority of his time in Thailand, right? Sitting in the back of the car, making money. He was streaming and making money on his own stream while people were saying bad things about the Kingdom of Thailand. And then beyond that, he even was talking about, it with Sam Pepper. Now, this one I can play. So this is a reaction of Suspendas, who once again spends a lot of time in Thailand as well, and Sam Pepper, just to be clear, he's obviously another big streamer. He's kind of on the level of Paul Danino, Ice Poseidon, but Sam Pepper spends a ton of time in Thailand, including, here's a picture of him right here in near Prompong, near the Prompong BTS station, right? So these guys are usually illegally working from Thailand, because I guarantee they don't have work visas or work permits, right? So both of these guys are illegally working here, which may have gone under the radar. But beyond that, they go and they violate a very serious law. So we're going to hear Suspendas just talking about what happened in the car with Ice Poseidon in a very general way. Let's play it.
Sent. Sus just texted me. Yeah, I'm good. As you probably imagine, I left. Seemed like everyone was leaving anyway. As soon as Ice did his little rant, I knew I...
So the rant, just to be very clear, the little rant was the rant that is clearly criminal defamation. By the way, anybody in Thailand can report this. So I know I have a lot of Thai viewers. I actually have a lot of Thai viewers. Anybody in Thailand can report Avram Merlin, right, for associating with this, right? Once again, it is extraordinarily serious.
I was out as soon as the car stopped. It's unfortunate, but whatever, I made money, as you probably already assumed.
So he's admitting, so let me be clear here. Suspendas is saying he made money with a guy who committed a high crime, right? That's a problem.
I don't want to be associated with his crazy statements.
Well, the problem is number one, he hasn't disavowed them, and I'll show you how he disavowed Somali. He hasn't clearly disavowed them yet, right?
Didn't really care about personal shit he's saying, but about me. But he was doing a little much, and I was not feeling it. Got to chill for a few days with the wifey.
So his quote unquote wifey is in Thailand. So he's currently in Thailand, I guess. He's currently fled back here, trying to disassociate. Very, very serious. I cannot explain to you guys who are not in the kingdom how serious this is. It is absolutely super serious. And this is a huge problem. And it's a huge problem because Kick, for example, which platforms Ice Poseidon, which actually has this criminal defamation on their platform. If you look at Kick, for example, you go to Kick Japan, and we're going to talk a lot about Kick Japan, right? You see the Singha Corporation? That's a Thai corporation that is collaborating with Kick on their this is the Alfa Romero, right? On the A1. So literally Kick could lose sponsors and collaborators, right? Because obviously a Thai company is not going to have anything to do the Sing Corporation, actually Sing, not Singha, it's a Sing. We say Sing over here. So it's just, Sing is not going to have anything to do with Kick, who's committing that level of defamation. So these people, once again, you may not agree with the laws in other countries. You may say, oh, well, I love America because we have XYZ. That's fine. Stay in America. If you live in America, you can follow American rules. But if you live abroad, you have to follow the rules abroad.